Before I actually start gluing the lining to the inside of the head, I always try to see where the eyes and mouth of the form are positioned. So I always reach in. Right now, this is where the actual eyebrow is, so this should actually be angled down more. So before I start gluing, I just kind of look at the head to see what it looks like when it's positioned correctly. If I kind of reach down into the mouth, this is where the form mouth is, so it's centered. And right here, the eye is around there. So this is what it should look like. I need both hands to do the rest of this process, so I'm just going to describe it. Once you glue down the crown of this, you will place spray adhesive on the rest of this base, and you'll kind of stretch and press the lining to it. You do 2 layers of adhesive on the crown of this so that it's extra strong. You really only need to do 1 layer on the foam for the rest of this, since a lot of the tugging really isn't going to happen on this area. It's going to happen mostly from the top of the fursuit head. When it comes to the front of the mask, you really only need to glue right here and then around this area. When it comes to this center bit, you'll do that later when you install the eyes. While it's super tempting to try to glue this whole area in one go, I really only suggest doing what you can kind of cover with your hand. So only do this amount at once and maybe this amount at once. That's just so that you can keep it wrinkle free. That motion you saw me do with my hand is how I kind of apply the lining to the glue. I'll keep most of the fabric in my hand and then I'll just kind of roll it up the side while kind of keeping pressure to keep the wrinkles out. I'll just roll it up. The last step is lining the openings, and on instinct you might want to cut very close to the opening so you have a lot of room to breathe and see. But what you really want to do is, I don't know if you can see this, is cut a small hole. The reason you want to make a small hole is so that you can take the lining from the inside and pull it out onto the outside. So on your finished fursuit head you won't see any exposed foam. For the eyes, you can just use hot glue and then pull it out and glue it all the way to the edge. But when it comes to the mouth, you can still use hot glue, but don't glue all the way to the edge. Leave a little extra bit so you can actually sew it